Wednesday, June, what is today? 14. And very important today on the Fed, widely expected to raise interest rates. Most importantly to me, and I talked to my partners about this yesterday, is that the Fed, more deliciously from our standpoint, let's just call it, gets to start explaining how they're going to do the impossible, which is to unwind their $4.5 trillion balance sheet of every kind of asset humanly possible to fraudulently support the marketplace going back to 2008, and without upsetting the apple cart by unloading those liabilities and assets into the marketplace over a period of time as interest rates rise. Something they've never had to do, something the market has assumed they could do, but they get to explain that today after an interest rate hike expected to be announced about 1 o'clock Central Standard Time today. So we used the brief rally yesterday to get additionally short. We think the market made a big mistake and sold us a bunch of contracts cheaply. I only wish we had more money to buy more of those contracts, because we bought a bunch of contracts at a ridiculous price, assuming that everything's going to be peachy with the Fed and everything they say, and they're going to, assuage the market or pacify the market. The analogy I gave somebody yesterday we were talking about is one of a couple. It's like, taking a big cinder block and somebody throws it in your backyard from 10 feet away. Big strong guy throws it in your pool, middle of the swimming pool, and you promise the owner of the swimming pool that there's not going to be any waves. It's not going to work. But in the case of the Fed, a better analogy would be, that they're dropping a boulder, like a mountain boulder, like a 2,000-pound boulder, from the top of from 50 feet up into your pool. And they're saying, hey, don't worry, we're not going to upset the water at all. So that's kind of what they're dealing with today. So I don't really care about what they say this afternoon as far as the interest rate hike. They're going to hike rates, or should, possibly more than expected, but they're definitely going to hike rates as the market expects, because they always give them what they want, right? And then, but the more interesting thing is, how are they going to start unwinding that position? They have to explain the unexplainable. And they've always gotten a pass on this, but now they're being asked for details, and I get the feeling the more they explain, the more questions that will give rise to. So potentially Thursday, Friday is looking up for a very dangerous day in the marketplace. Dangerous couple days, starting possibly as early as this afternoon, late this afternoon. And anyway, so I'm looking forward to a great day. We added, we more than doubled our position yesterday using that rally to buy some contracts, which quite frankly I told my partners were mispriced, badly mispriced contracts. And we'll find that out shortly. So we increased our position, feeling very good about this afternoon on the Fed rate hike, and more importantly, how are they going to do the impossible as far as the balance sheet they acquired during the financial crisis? Do the impossible. Drop a boulder, off a house into a swimming pool and say, hey, we're not going to upset the water. I don't think so. Everybody have a great day. Uncle Steve, peace out.